right, boom. Welcome back to No Effort, No Intro. Y'all know me, no intro, no edits. We just jump straight into it. Hey, how would y'all feel about AI being judges? The more I think about it, I think the human in me doesn't like the idea. But if I'm thinking logically, if we are designing artificial intelligence to essentially be the most rational human-like creations, right? These super efficient humans is basically what we're trying to make artificial intelligence to be. What would it be like if AI were our judges? I think you can make a strong case that it would be better. I don't like it because I think of what that means for society at large and what other ways AI could be in our life. I don't know how I like it. But here's the issue that we have in the United States of America, or I think just in the world in general, but I see it mostly in my country. I don't know if this is going to reach people in other countries or whatever. We can't tell up from down, down from up, left from right, right from left. In the United States of America, right now, we have a convicted criminal running for president of the United States. But I believe in most states, or at least some states, if you're a convicted criminal, you can't even vote for the president. You can't even register to vote. How? I think the issue with that is that on a moral level, whatever morality you subscribe to, you know that any system that would allow that is morally insufficient. Any system where a criminal can run to be elected president of a country that they already violated the laws in, but if another person were to violate laws in that country, they wouldn't even be allowed to vote for president. Like, it doesn't make sense, morally speaking. The reason why Americans don't care about this is because Americans are more consumed with power. Americans have always been consumed with power. It's a power thing. It's a power struggle for Americans. They don't care about morality. They don't care about people. They don't care about humans. It's just morality, right? Or, excuse me, it's power. It's nothing but power. And so the problem with power, though, I just saw another indictment of, I guess it was the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch just got arrested and indicted on sex trafficking charges. Someone in the comment section said, did he tell him? Maybe, but we're at a place in society where that shit like that don't even shock us. It don't even shock us that the most powerful people are trafficking women, like prostitution and sex trafficking, child sex trafficking rings. Like, it don't even shock us, right? It don't even, like, Netflix can come out with a documentary about the Boy Scouts of America and, like, we don't, like, burn the shit down. That's not weird to y'all? Y'all don't think that's weird? Y'all don't think we're so desensitized to human suffering that in the United States of America, we just accept school shootings, the murdering of innocent children as just part of life. It's like, but y'all realize it doesn't have to be, right? The reason why that is because I said this in earlier videos, like, to be an American is to be socialized into hypocrisy. To be an American is to be in a constant state of cognitive dissonance, because you are in a country that says that it's for democracy, but it has spent like a lot of time destabilizing a lot of countries and not allowing them to enter into democracy how they want to. Or it spends a lot of time talking about equality, but it didn't even give its black citizens civil rights until 200 years into the country. It's like, to be an American is to be a hypocrite. To be an American is to act like everything's fine when it isn't. Because if you accept that everything's not fine, well, there goes your comfort, there goes your security. And I think as humans, we fought very, very hard to feel safe. I mean, we live in the safest time period in human history. And I think a lot of us are afraid of losing what little comfort we do have. And so we will, in exchange, accept the atrocities and the injustices of society, so as long as they don't touch us. And the reason why there's so much injustices going around and so much just fucked up shit, and why people in power just get away with shit, is because of the courts, right? Like nobody stops and asks themselves, why would a criminal, why would any American, after they've committed crimes, feel comfortable enough to run for president? Like, what type of environment is the United States of America that its citizens feel so comfortable with committing crime that they will be publicly convicted of 34 felonies? And it's not like they're personal crimes, right? It's not like it's like he beat somebody's ass a bunch of times. Like, it's not that. It's like, nigga dead ass got convicted for like fraud and scamming. Like, why in a country is everyone so cool? Like, why is no one just objecting to the premise? Why is no one just going, no? Why is no judge? Why is no Supreme? Because we have a Supreme Court justice system. And I say it's a system, right, where the Supreme Court is the God of America. And our God is, we don't know up from down. And you can make it to as little as doing custody cases, right? Like, everybody thinks custody is fucked up, men and women, with you know, sexual assault cases, with so many cases, bro. Like, everybody knows, bro. Dog, we live in a country where if you can't afford an attorney, you do not have rights. Because there's not a single state in the United States of America that obligates its citizens to learn its rules of civil procedure. So no layperson in the United States of America knows how to file a complaint, or what a motion is, or what discovery is. Like, nobody knows what that is. That's not common knowledge. And so if you do not have the money to hire an attorney, then you don't have rights. Your rights are nothing more than commodities to be purchased at your local law office. That's what your rights are. If you cannot purchase your rights at your local law office, you don't have rights. Morally speaking, why is the United States of America like that? The judicial branch. The judicial branch is supposed to be the branch that goes, this is right and this is wrong. These are true. These are the facts. These are not. These are our arbitrator. That's where we go to get the final authority, the final decisions. And these guys are just pieces of shit. Like there's no way to like, people. I just did a brief, my custody hearing brief, where I just sort of called the whole thing out, where I was like, yo, there's like, nobody has moral courage anymore in this branch of government. Like, I'm having my kids taken away from me because I'm suing the government. Like, it's clear as day. Like, I'm like, the other side's not even quoting, like, not even citing laws. The other side is not even, they didn't even bring evidence. They just, he's suing the government. He's suing the school district for abusing his kids, and we deny all the allegations. We don't know that we don't believe the school did what he's alleging in the complaint, and da-da-da. And it's just like, fam, it's like, dog, yo, the judicial branch is really a joke. Like, I'm not even like mad, like, because my expectations are so low. But it's like, yo, fam, like, y'all went to law school for this? Y'all went to law school for this. This is what y'all spent thousands of dollars on to do this? That's crazy, because I know some niggas in the hood that do what y'all do, but they didn't go to law school for it. That's crazy. I know a bunch of deceitful bitches. That's fucking crazy. And it's crazy because you just accept as an American that you live in a corrupt society. But you have to pretend like it's not as corrupt. You have to pretend like you're in this place of freedom and equality and justice and opportunity and da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, you have to. You don't have a choice. You are required to put other countries down to make you feel good about your country. You don't have a choice. And the reason why you don't have a choice is because you have a judicial branch that will tell you right is wrong and wrong is right, and will make it very, very difficult to get justice. If you are poor, if you are a child, if you are disabled, if you are elderly, you can't get justice in this country, period. It's not possible. Because those class of people right there, they either legally aren't permitted to earn wages, or their earning potential is severely handicapped, or especially like in the case of elderly people, their best earning days are behind them. Do you understand how many people in the United States are children, elderly, disabled, and poor? Do y'all understand that there is no way? It's like it's not practically possible. Nobody knows the rules of the court, and nobody can afford an attorney. You do not have rights. You don't have rights, and the reason why you don't have rights is because the judicial branch does not protect your rights. They just let bad, evil people come in there, manipulate, make bad faith arguments, gaslight, contradict. They just let them do it because they a bunch of pussies who don't have the courage to stand up to power. Because we humans think that accomplishment in a field, experience in a field, is the best determinant for a judge, or discernment, or right? Like, we all of our judges are basically lawyers, people who practice law. So we select our judges from the people who practice law. But if the practice of law is bullshit, if the practice of law is which side has more money, you're not really practicing law. That side has more money, so they can delay and dismiss and bury you in paperwork and just make this whole case a headache until you run out of money or until you want to settle. People file complaints with the whole thing of settling. It's actually a big part of the judicial branch of or just practicing law in general, making sure we settle. It's all to give the appearance like we are hashing things over in our society. It's all about appearance. The judicial branch has made it more important that to have the appearance to be a moral nation than to actually be a moral nation. Not amoral, not normal rules. Maybe no, immoral. Yeah, just put the space bar, nigga. But no, I don't think, while discernment is important, while knowing what the laws are, all that is important, the honest to God truth, the most important quality for a judge, I think, is moral courage. Do our judges have the ability to adjudicate rightly when they have all the power, right? You can't sue them, so they can't be held accountable for any of the decisions that they make from the bench. At worst, it can get reversed. And if it gets reversed, it's no smut on their record, right? And just to get it reversed costs tens of thousands of dollars anyway. So the likelihood of something being reversed is very unlikely anyway. Just that people could even get through the process. And if people get through the process, that only 20% of decisions are overturned on average, and that depends on what area of law you in. So when I think about, like, when I go into a courtroom, I want an unbiased judge, right? I want a judge who can't be swayed with bribes, or can't be swayed with because they used to work for the school district I'm suing, or they used to represent this client, or this person donated to their campaign, or they're friends with this. Like, I genuinely don't want to go into a courtroom and worry about that. We have artificial intelligence, AI, and computers who can do everything that the judges do. It's the one area of human society where we can't afford human error, right? If a judge judges wrongly in a custody case, you could open those kids up to abuse or neglect. If a judge judged wrongly in any type of case, it could be millions of dollars. If a judge judged wrongly in a murder or whatever type of case, rapists and murderers go out into the world. And we've seen what happened. We've seen what happened when, like, people have been acquitted and then they've gone to commit worse shit. This is what happens in a country who judges we have a two-tiered justice system, and judges whose discretions just has no level of accountability. Like, we can't do that. We can't have a system of human judges and not have a system of human judge accountability. You can't make these people gods and then, like, wonder why they're corrupt. Since when has ever God been accountable to anything? God is literally the one being who is allowed to be unaccountable to shit, right? God creates people. People eat from a tree. It's people's fault, right? Like, you can't make judges give them a godly amount of discretion, godly amount of, like, protection from the decisions that they make, and then wonder why they're corrupt. There's no accountability. Or you make them accountable to themselves. Like, oh, they will judge themselves. They will judge from amongst themselves which one amongst them is corrupt. It's like, okay. And so when I think about it, I go, wait a second. As much as it feels weird to have a robot decide on matters of morality and right and wrong, with the way in which AI learns, right? Because AI learns based upon the information you get it. So the AI will get better at making the decisions over time in judging cases. The AI can't be swayed with bribery. The AI never worked for. Now here's the thing. If there is bias with the AI, we can know exactly where it came from. We can know the exact developer or the person the IT guy or whoever's in managing the AI software at the courthouse. We will know exactly where it comes from. Like it will be traceable. We will be able to trace that shit. So if anybody's decision or if anybody's court cases has bias or partiality, AI case, we will know exactly where it's at. But I don't know. The reason why I thought about AI being judges, I'm not saying that I'm like, yeah, let's do it, because like I said, I don't know if I'm fully ready for the implications of it. I just know that we need people who are going to be forward thinking. And most people who want to use AI want to use it for their own selfish gain. They want to use it to make money. And I think unless and until we actually employ AI for benefits that are only beneficial to society and not beneficial towards some corporation or some person, well, the AIs are just going to kill us anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Right? You can kill us anyway, so it won't even matter. I just think that now I think about it, I'm about to end this video, but I think AIs might become our gods. I said all that. I took 20 minutes just to get here. Hey, welcome to Drive With Me. Welcome. I told you I don't edit. I just talk, man. I be going. No, wait. I need to do another video now. I may stop this and do another video because it goes into my idea that all gods are created. Like every god is created by a human. There's no evidence that a God exists before us. That's just something we believe, and that's perfectly fine if you believe that. I'm not trying to shame or guilt guilt someone because they believe in God, but all of our gods are created, and if you look at how we create our gods, it's very similar to what we're doing with AI right now. But anyway, another video for another time. Love y'all. Peace.